can answer the question, Judge. You can't handle the truth.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Welcome to After Hours AM, The Criminal Code, with your hosts, Joel Sturgis, Eric Olson, and Dr. Clarissa Cole.
Well. Welcome to this edition of After Hours AM. Hey, it's Wednesday. That means true crime. I'm your host, Joel Sturgis, right along with me.
Eric Olson and
Dr. Clarissa Cole.
Dr. Cole, Mr. Olson, how are you guys doing tonight?
quite well, thank you. Excited about the Halloween season finally coming not to an end, but coming to a full boil.
Yeah, it's only a week away now. Just a week. That's it. A week away, and I can steal candy, and it'll be a great time. You know, I love the people that put the bowl outside their house, saying only take one. You know, the On Your Honor bowl. I love those.
Oh, that is so not me. I'm like, don't try to reach in here yourself.
Well, you know, the reason why a lot of people do that is the endless knocking and doorbell ringing. I mean, I get the logic.
You have to hide. That's why you have to hide in the bushes and scare the heck out of the kids. Come on, that's how it's done.
Do you do that?
Heck
Dr.
yeah.
Cole, is that to ensure future patients? Bah!
No, I always, if it's very small kids, no, we're very careful not to scare them. But no, older kids, oh yeah, I'm going to scare you in every way possible.
But the small ones are the impressionable ones that, you know, you can really warp them really quickly.
It's true.
So
I try not.
You might be wasting your time going after the big ones. You need the little ones.
I know. But one year, one of the kids cried.
And peed himself. There was a puddle on the front
made
porch.
Me so bad. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
So, I never quite got over that. Yeah.
You know, 1 year, really quickly, I got to tell this tale. When I was in my, I suppose, early 20s, I sat on the porch of my house dressed like a scarecrow, like perfectly still. And I waited for these small children to get close because I put the bowl of candy right next to me. And it said, only take one. And they showed up, and the first kid to grab a handful went, "Hey, what are you doing?" Oh, that poor kid. I think he had an out-of-body experience right there. I mean, he stopped, turned all white, cried, ran away. His mother yelled at me, "How dare you scare him?" I said, "How dare he be a thief?"
You're on solid ground there. I agree with this.
Right? See?
Yeah.
See? Right? Only take one. You take a handful?
Obey.
You got punishment coming your way.
Obey the rules.
I would have been thinking on the spot there, Joel. I would have been like, he never learned to read.
He never learned to read. Well, he was like 2. You know, I suppose I should have given him a little slack. He was just a little 2-year-old. But you know what? 2 or 22, theft is still theft.
I'll tell you, last year we had the twins visiting from Finland, and it was so fun taking them around. I mean, they were only about, let's see, they were just over 1, so they were still quite little. But just the look, the saucer, their eyes, the size of it, just seeing the costumes and the lights and the candy and everything else. We had a ball just going around and showing them off. And, of course, I don't really have any really little kids of my own anymore. Last year Alex was 13. Yeah, technically. I think he came with us and participated to a certain extent. But now he's 14. That's kind of the tail end of what's acceptable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I know. It's so sad.
Are you going to dress those twins up and make them say red rum, red rum?
Eventually, when they're large enough, but they are male and female.
Well, I'll still work. You know, who cares? You know, get them together and have them say red rum, red rum, red rum.
That would be
I
freakish.
find that pretty creepy, actually.
That would be creepy.
Yeah,
Little kids are creepy. They are. They can be very creepy.
Oh yeah, especially if you can like get them to do something in tandem, even creepier.
I remember years ago, I had a little kid. I think maybe all three looked at an older person I knew, and he just looks at him and says, "You're gonna die soon." Wow! Just that little kid voice. You're gonna die soon.
No, it's like I think I told you guys this story when my little brother Jamie, who is almost 20 years younger than me, just so the audience is aware, he's almost 20 years.
Wow, that's a big gap.
Huge gap. So we're sitting in the back of the car going somewhere with the family, right? And he's in his car seat, so he must have been like 3.5, sitting there in the car seat, and he's talking about, because we just watched like a Disney movie or something, he's talking about one day he's going to build a castle and he's going to live in that castle and blah blah blah. And I go, oh, I said, well, hopefully someday you'll let me live in the castle with you or next door. And he just looked over and said, oh, you'll be dead by then.
Oh.
Swear to God.
Oh, that is brutal. Brutal.
But the best part about it is that he said it in a way that it looked like he felt sorry for me. You know what
That's
I mean?
even worse.
Like, oh, you'll be dead by then. It's like,
I'm so sorry, but
wow.
you're going to be a worm bait by then. Sorry about that, but we'll be thinking of you.
I'd be happy to have you, but...
Yeah, you're going to be dead.
Best thing. Of course, now that he's so much older, he's like, I never said that. I'm like, oh, trust me. You said that. Everyone heard you.
You can be dead soon. What's it like in the prisons on Halloween? Does anything happen? Do they do the monster mash or anything?
No, and obviously costumes and things aren't allowed. But is there candy and some general talk of it? Yeah, but the holidays. No, I mean the holidays of any kind are really difficult for guys that are locked up because they remember their kids and they don't get to be around them. So generally the holidays pass without a lot of fanfare just because it's hard for people. So
Christmas is definitely a no-go in the old pen.
Oh man, it can be extremely rough on people that are locked up. So it's not that we don't say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays depending on what you celebrate, but it just kind of goes by usually because it's very depressing if you don't hear from people.
I would stop and I'd say, see, had you not committed that damn crime, you wouldn't be in here. You'd be enjoying your nice Thanksgiving meal. What do you think about that?
See, exactly why you're not working in a prison, I'm thinking.
That's true.
Yeah.
They would shiv me in the first week. I'd be a dead man. They would have me I'd be done. Yeah, that'd be it for me. I'd be the most hated guard ever.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Although, speaking of morbid things that you can do, I saw this. I don't know if you guys had talked about this already. The challenge that Six Flags had.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I did read a little bit.
I do it, and now it's too late to get in on it because I didn't know about it. Is that if you could sleep in a coffin, if you can tough it out in a coffin for 30 hours, you'll get $300. And I'm like, oh my God, done.
Okay, did anybody do it, or has not happened quite yet?
I don't know. I think it's your shot to register was October 3rd. So I missed it. And I'm like, this I could do standing on my head, not literally, but yeah, this would be easy. Oh no,
30 hours in a casket.
Yeah, we discussed that. That is very low pay.
It really is. It's $10 an hour.
Pay, but could I bring my laptop and do work? It would be no problem.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but the guy at the gas station's making more than you are. $10 an hour plus. You'd be taking a pay cut of $10 an hour doing your work, Clarissa. Think about it. You bring your laptop, you're working for $10 an hour.
I guess I'm saying that I would try to be double dipping. You know what I mean? I'd be working for my day job and just hanging out in a coffin. No problem.
Hanging out in a coffin. I'm making $10 an hour in this coffin right now.
I sleep like the dead anyway. This is no problem for me.
Wow. Well,
this is the challenge for you.
Yeah.
This is not a challenge for me at all. As long as it's somewhat comfortable, I'm good.
We should make some phone calls then. We should make some phone calls and see if there's anyone near you that owns a casket, A, and B, would be willing to let you sleep in it for 30 hours.
Well, they'd have to pay me too.
Oh, come on. The bragging rights at that point.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I'd have to get something for my trouble. But
I'll give you $2 an hour. All right.
I think it sounds like a Kickstarter event to me.
I do for charity though. We should do for some of it, a lot for charity.
For charity. Oh, absolutely. That's not a problem. Yeah.
We'll do some calling. We'll do some calling this week, or and we'll see if we can arrange something of that way. Maybe we just can. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
We know a lot of people. So.
You do know a lot of people. I'm a little bit scared about it, but as long as I'm like relatively reassured that I'm not going to be buried right then and there, I'm good.
We can't promise that, but we will put a dead ringer in for you in case that does happen.
I don't know. See, any sort of like dirt, if I hear dirt falling on top of it, I'm out of there.
Oh, I would so do that to you too. I really would. I'd start sprinkling dirt on the top. Yep.
Yeah. No, that would freak me out. That would freak me out.
Okay, so you're telling us right here live on air that if we were to arrange it for charity, you would spend 30 hours in a coffin.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right. We're going to see whether or not we can make that happen.
Yeah, I think that's especially if it was for like a good charity.
And we'll webcam
for mental health.
And we'll webcam
how bored y'all will be?
Facebook Live. Here we come. Just to see the headlines now. Dr. Cole goes in the coffin for 30 hours. She goes insane. She may come out insane. Mwah!
It would be the most boring camera ever. I'd be sleeping through half of it, at least.
Well, we'd have to, we'd do something. Maybe we'd have a comedian come in, break up the monotony once in a while, tell some jokes.
Yes, she's now on her laptop checking time cards.
She's on Facebook right now.
This is fascinating.
This is a great time. Look at her go. Who knew she could type that fast? Oh, boy. Yeah. All right, Dr. Cole. We're going to see what we can get done. For real.
Yes. I've got, before I get to your, you know what? Actually, maybe we should get to this story first because the rest of them are just a little bit too gruesome and we won't be able to come back to it. So this is a story that you originally shared, Joel.
I did.
I did. I would like you to repeat what you said about it. It is a man that, what did he do to this establishment, this heralded establishment?
First, I got to say, full disclosure, I love the Burger King. To me, it is like a church. You just don't show up to Burger King and destroy the Burger King. That's like going to Mecca and urinating on the bricks. All right? You just don't do that. All right? This guy shows up. Man yelled racial slurs, wipes penis on window of Maplewood Burger King. And Maplewood's here in my state of Minnesota. And so that was kind of a big deal. I read that news. And the guy shows up yelling racial slurs. I'm going to actually read it here for everybody. A man who allegedly caused a disturbance on consecutive days. See, now it's not just one incident. It's multiple. And that's what even makes it more heinous. Not only one day did he come, but he came multiple days to, again, soil the sanctity. Exactly. It's hallowed ground. On consecutive days, at Twin Cities, Burger King has been charged with threats of violence. The alleged target for Ryan Wayne Lewis Iyer was the Burger King at 2440 White Bear Avenue, North Maplewood, Minnesota, which he arrived there at October 17th and the 18th. On the 17th, around 9:30 p.m., Lewis 40 of Nevis, Minnesota, which, quite honestly, I'd go to stories about Nevis, but I won't, was drunk and allegedly threatened to kill people in the restaurant. Well, I suppose they're like, whatever, you little man, get out of here. This is hallowed ground. Get out of here. He had earlier gone into the restaurant to use the restroom and yelled to everyone inside the using racial slurs, which I will just leave to your imagination. When an employee asked him to leave, he shoved the mop of a worker. He shoved this worker, that's like assaulting a priest right there.
Yeah.
The mop